Hello everyone, my name is Benji and welcome back to Satisfactory. I can't believe we're already 27 parts into this thing and we're like so many hours in here. Wrong. 175 hours in the save, and I would put money on this project taking longer than that to complete. Like, we're gonna hit 200 hours working on this project right here. I can almost guarantee it. But I've been a little bit busy in between streams, belting together all of the plutonium stuff. So the non-fissile uranium and uranium waste, which is required for these machines, splits underneath the floor and then comes up in this like little belt pattern thing. And then all of the outputs go around to the left, up, and into a merger system, which then goes down the belt spaghetti. So down here in the belly of the beast, we have the glorious spaghetti with the 2 input belts of non-fissile uranium, the input belt for the uranium waste, and the output belt for the plutonium pellets. All just kind of chilling here. And it was a mess to set up. It took like an hour and a half to get this like working properly and looking good at the same time. So I'm really glad that I didn't spend an hour and a half on stream just doing a little foundation space worth of belts. But now it looks cool, and it's a nice little centerpiece, which is what these things are supposed to be. I'm thinking of adding some spotlights as well, just kind of in the corners, but I'm going to put that in once it's actually finished being built, like the entire system. Today, the main goal of everything is to work in this little funky rectangular bit here, I guess. Am I gonna... yeah, this funky rectangular bit here. On the non-irradiated plutonium portion of things, which I went on ahead and took the liberty of grabbing the bauxite from over there, and the nitrogen gas, let me go find the pipe. The nitrogen gas goes way down here through a cave, and the well is right here. So we're grabbing that 600 per minute nitrogen gas that we need for the nitric acid, and the 280 bauxite that we need for the heat sinks. So we're going to work on the first floor here for a little bit. The first floor is going to contain the nitric acid, sulfuric acid, and aluminum refinement for the heat sinks, as well as some other stuff for the heat sinks, but a lot of that's probably going to need to be on the second floor. In addition to that, the second floor is going to have steel beams and more stuff for the heat sinks, and then the third floor is going to be entirely dedicated to the electromagnetic control rods, which we need 30 of to go to the irradiated section. Once we are done with all of that lovely stuff with the non-irradiated portion, we're either going to start placing the nuclear reactors themselves off in this direction, or, depending on how late it is, I might go play some Dead by Daylight with a friend. You guys will just have to wait and find out, and everybody in chat will have to wait and find out as well. So let's get into things here. Start on the plutonium. Exciting. Well, would you look at that? That is a heck of a first floor. A lot of blenders, a lot of refineries, a lot of machines, a lot of belts and pipes moving and grooving all over the place. So let me walk you through what's happening here. We've got sulfuric acid, we've got nitric acid, and both of those meet up right there and are going to head over to the irradiated stuff. We've got the pipes in the cascading method, like we always do, one for water, one for the nitrogen gas. We've got the 3 here for the iron plates, belt and pipe for sulfur and water, respectively. We've got a water pipe and a bauxite belt for the actual bauxite refinement process. We've got the alumina solution wrapping around right there and heading into this, making the scrap. We've got coal coming in right there for the scrap, copper coming in right here. We've got the scrap coming up and around. The water is being disposed of with this limestone recipe for the concrete. And that goes straight into a resource sink, which I kept outside because it's going to raise the entire roof of this place if I put it in here. We've got all 9 smelters for the actual aluminum ingots. And then we've got the aluminum ingots and copper ingots combining together here for the outclad sheets, which are going to go up to the 2nd floor. So on the 2nd floor, we're going to be doing the 7 assemblers for heat sinks, and then all of the processing for the steel beams. But given the sheer amount of just belt space that's already back here, like there's going to need to be 3 pipes, like 5 different belts of different items all over the place, one of which being right in the corner. So I think some of these resources are going to end up hugging the wall to like over here somewhere, and then heading up to the 2nd floor instead of attaching to the back like I would have hoped. It'll just help keep things a little more clean, and it'll be okay. After that, we've got to do the electromagnetic control rods on the 3rd floor still, and then we'll be done with non-irradiated stuff. Neat-o. Well, the 2nd floor didn't take very long. We've got the copper sheets being processed and the constructors on the left over that way. We've got the heat sinks and the 7 assemblers right here, making 50 heat sinks. Crazy, I know, but that's how many we need. And then we've got 90 steel beams, 240 iron, and 240 coal coming in for that purpose alone. It's going to obviously be taller or as tall as the building on our current left, which is the non-irradiated uranium stuff. And we're almost done. We just got to do electromagnetic control rods, which should take maybe a half hour, 45 minutes to an hour. And then we can actually go over yonder and start placing the 50 nuclear reactors in the way that I want them to be oriented. That's going to be a huge project. That's what we are going to spend the rest of the stream on. I'm having a really hard time talking today. It's funny, actually, in all honesty. In addition to that, we had a bot show up in chat. Love bots, trying to ask me if I want to be famous by buying followers. Of course I want to buy followers, you know? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? We also been bashing Twitch the whole time, so you're welcome, YouTube. We're bashing your competition. Anyway, we're going to go work on electromagnetic control rods on the 3rd and final, hopefully, floor of this build. And then we're going to move on to nuclear reactor placement. Spicy. So we weren't able to put it all on one floor. We got the stators on this floor. And we might be able to fit copper sheets on this floor, but I honestly think that's just crowding too much down here. It depends on how much space we end up having on the next floor up, which is going to be for primarily the actual electromagnetic control rods, but I also still need to do the copper sheets and the quick wire, and then 6 assemblers for AI limiter, and then 8 for electromagnetic control rods. I'm praying that it'll all fit, but if it doesn't, we'll come back down here and start fiddling around with something else. This project is taking a lot longer than I expected. It's been about 2 hours and 20 minutes at this point. We have 3 floors done, which is a lot, but I was expecting to be done and moving on to the actual nuclear power plants at this point. A guy can dream, can't he? I feel like you can. Well, we'll keep dreaming and working on all this stuff, and we'll see you in a bit. Don't mind what's going on in chat. We're having a great time. By the way, if you guys want to join the chat with us, there's a link in the description to the Twitch. Obviously, I'm never going to beg you guys to come over and follow, but if you want to watch this series live, feel free to come hang out. You don't need to drop a follow, you don't need to drop anything. You can just come hang out, no strings attached, no worries whatsoever. But enough about that. That's the shameless self-promotion out of the way. Even though I could be way worse with it, but I don't care. Follower count, sub count, it's all just a number. All that matters is you guys liking the content. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter what you do with it, just so long as you like what's going on. Anyway, we've got electromagnetic control rods being made up here. Copper sheets are made in the back, followed by a row for Caterium quickwire, going into stators, or not stators, AI limiters. The stators come up from the 3rd floor and go in to make the electromagnetic control rods, which join the steel beams and heat sinks, which are going to go across a bridge over to the plutonium fuel rod factory, which we're going to work on next time. Right now, that's non-irradiated plutonium done, minus beautification, which I don't feel like worrying about right now. That'll be its own stream, just like it was with this. And that, apologies for the map border lag. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to head over here. And we are going to look at this vast location ahead of us. We're going to completely wall it off with concrete. And then we're going to place 50 nuclear reactors. 25 on this side, 25 on this side. All of them are overclocked to 200%. And it's going to be great. So we're going to go work on that now. And I'll give you guys some progress updates along the way. So we made some progress. It's been, I don't know how long since my last recording, but we made some progress. Wow is really the only thing I have to say. I thought that was going to be an achievement, the non-irradiated plutonium stuff, just because of the blenders and refineries and complication of everything. But hang on, let me go get a closer look. Here's a bit of a better vantage point. So this is half. Yes, you heard that correct. This is half of the nuclear reactors that we're going to be placing for the build. There's currently 15 on this side. There's going to be 10 more in rows similar behind it to make a total of 50. And there's 10 on this side. There's going to be 15 more to make, 25 and 25. The whole thing total is 50. And that obviously means 50 pipes. So here's what 10 pipes looks like with the cascading method. Here's what 20 pipes looks like with the cascading method. Eventually we're going to have 30 pipes. Also, one of them's wonky. Don't worry about it. It's really annoying to place this many pipes. And the next row will be 40, and then the next row after that will be 50. We're almost out of swamp, and I still need to place 2 more rows. Hey, look, copper. We're going to be grabbing that later. And there's Caterium over there somewhere that we're going to be grabbing too. The nuclear waste storage is supposed to be on that island right there. That's where we were going to build the nuclear storage. I think it's going to be a little bit too close to here. I might need to find something else to do with the waste, because it's pretty close. It's not in ping distance yet. I just found that out. Oh, yes it is. It's within 1,000 meters. That's bad. That's bad. Hey, look, sulfur. We're going to be grabbing that later, too. I might need to find a new place to put the radiation. We're not going to be doing anything up here. I know for a fact the world border's like way up here, so what if I just took it and put it on a drone and then put it somewhere else? That might work. I don't know. We've done a lot of work, 5-hour stream again, because that's apparently how long I do Satisfactory streams. Also, Hannah, why did you put so many map borders in the swamp? Why are there so many map borders here in the swamp? It's ridiculous. I feel like I moved 10 feet and I hit a map border and I lag. It's stupid for this project. But yeah, no, the pipes are insane. And we're just getting started. This is something else. We haven't even done that yet. We haven't even started the ingot smelting yet. I feel like that'll actually be pretty easy though. It'll just be a lot. But my goodness, this project has been coming along wonderfully. But that is all I have for you wonderful people in this stream recap. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Again, if you want to catch it live over on Twitch, of course, you're always welcome over here, and we'd love to have you. But without further ado, thank you everybody so much for watching. Adios, sayonara, au revoir, hasta la vista, dos vidania, auf Wiedersehen, ciao, and goodbye. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.